Welcome back, everybody. It's the conclusion of today's episode, and it begins with robots. Angry robots. So this mob of robots that is unable to distinguish between Luna and the other fleshopods in the room. So Luna, you and your new friend Ed, and the creature known as Cherry Poutine are all basically all the same to these robots. So this group bursts into the room. They're all shouting, and they have old-timey English accents for some reason, and they start rushing forward, knocking over boxes and charging towards you. Cherry is firing at them wildly, but what are you gonna do, Luna?
I mean, oh my God, it's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. What I want to do is such a bad idea that I don't even know if it'll work. So, Hey, Adam,
Yes.
let me throw an idea to you instead of just saying I'm going to do it. What if I knocked all of us out and made it seem like we were just out of commission? Would they go away?
I can't really answer that for you, I'm afraid.
To make us look like we were defeated, like, oh, we submit.
I just want heart. I didn't say I want alive people.
Generally, when faced with a rampaging mob, playing dead, they're not a grizzly bear.
Are you sure though? I mean,
I feel like they would just chop you up.
They're back in the medieval days. Okay, you know what? Is there a way to?
Probably.
I'm gonna use my brains and see if there's a way out of here.
Would you like to you'd like to create an aspect about there being a way out?
Yeah, I want to see, because wasn't that guy like trying to hide and escape?
Yes, yep.
So I want to try and be like, while these guys are distracted, be like, you know what, I'm getting out of here, because if they get you, that means they're not getting me. So
you're looking for a way out. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Let's have you roll clever. Yeah. Let's call it difficulty 4. You're kind of backed into a corner.
Should it be like difficulty -1, please?
That is never a difficulty.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it. You did one.
Wow. Nailed it.
Yeah. Finally.
Okay. Okay. So let's just call it another way out. And yeah, so you look around and you spot up in the corner of this purposeless sci-fi room, between two big Jacob's ladders shooting lightning at each other, there's a some kind of ventral warning. It's got big yellow black tape around it, like a warning that it's dangerous. But there's another way out. There's a duct, and the robots continue forward. And I think Cherry, as you're looking, Cherry bumps into you, and she turns panicked, oh, an enemy, and then turns back to the robots, and she's like, I really wish that you didn't try to shoot me earlier, because then you could be helping me with this robot thing. And one of them climbs up over the thing with a torch, and she blasts him in the face, and he tumbles off to one side. What are you gonna do? So Luna, you've noticed it, but she hasn't noticed you noticing it.
I quickly, I'm like, hey, you got 10 seconds. Can you stop pointing your gun at me, and maybe we can escape? I have a plan, but otherwise, you're on your own.
Okay, so the robots climb. I think one of them climbs over. They're starting to get more and more around you. She's firing. It's blasting them away, and they get closer and closer, and they're starting to pile up. There's bits of robot all over the place. One of the robots on horseback leaps over them and lands in front of you. And he's got a big executioner's hood on and an axe. He swings it down her, and she throws herself to one side and shoots him, and the horse blows up, and he flies off the edge. And there's about a second, right? She's bought a second before the next wave, and she turns to you. And she's like, you got another way out of here. I'd love to hear about it.
You have to promise.
Promise what?
That you're not going to shoot me. Take the gun off me.
She tilts. She looks at the gun and then looks at you and then draws your eyes to the gun, and we get a shot of the gun, and the little ammo counter on it just has a big fat 0. She's like, honey, I couldn't shoot you if I wanted to.
Well, then I guess that's a deal. And I point to the escape.
Yeah. So she throws the gun at a robot that's climbing over the thing and hits him in the face. He's like, ow, hey. And she turns to you, and then the two of you turn to Ed, who is there, and the three of you are going to try to escape. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Hey, so Adam?
Oh, God.
So the two of you turn to see Ed.
Here, Jesse. No. Automatic.
So we go back to the main hall, And
Yeah.
the two droids, the two robots, are arguing about the cowboy and
So one of the cowboy one is like, listen, you didn't specify what era we were supposed to be bandits from. And I found this cowboy hat and I thought I was doing a good job. And then the other one's like, well, everyone had a meeting. Where were you? And he's like, well, I was getting my oil redone. He's like, that's typical. And the two of them are bickering.
yeah,
so we
and
see
they're having
them.
this huge fight, and the one guy's like, I'm just gonna get the boss, and he goes over to the chair and turns around, and there's nobody in the chair. Cut back to the hallway,
Uh-huh.
and Ed pulls out a blaster and points it at both of them. And as he pulls off that face of an alien that he killed and murdered and wore his
He
head,
has his bloody face, and you have your horrible Mel Gibson face underneath.
covered in blood, he points the gun at Cherry and says,
Oh, and there's this shot, right, of an alien. I don't know if people want to look up what an axolotl looks like, but it's like this weird like salamander alien, and its face peels off, and underneath is this leering Mel Gibson from 1985, covered in blood. Like his hair pasted down to your face, like, ugh, and throws it away.
Yeah.
And then what do you do?
He points the gun at Cherry and is like, I'd like you to teach me Slowbach, please. And like just like points it right at her. And all the droids behind them stop, but like have all their like spears.
Yeah, come on, and like poking
and flails and like crazy battle axes and stuff pointed at her too. And he just like
one of the robots in the crowd is just like a pirate for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now there's just this crowd of robot renegades, and then so she turns and Cherry looks at you, Luna, like she turns to you to see your reaction, right? Is this you being like, hey, sucker, or like, are you scared? What's the look on your face?
My look on my face is just like, I should have known, and I'm just like I'm like. Like just the hardest of face palms right now. Like, I can't believe this is happening. I'm like, can you please call them off?
Okay, I guess we're done, guys. And all the robots are like, oh, jeez,
throwing down spears, like,
yeah. And then I fold my arms and I'm like, can you please teach him what you know as fast as you can? I said that to her, by the way, Cherry.
What's that?
I said that to Cherry.
Yeah. She looks at you. She looks at Basil. And she says, Slowbach is an ancient game. It's been around for 1,000,000 years. Taught to us by aliens from the farthest reaches of the universe. A gift of their wisdom that we have striven to be worthy of. She shakes her head and she says, I couldn't live with myself if I taught someone like you how to play. And we see her like, you see, I think you're fast enough that you see her like reaching into her pocket and tries to like jam something in her mouth. She's like reaching for something. And if you want to try and stop her, you can, but she's gonna...
I want to shoot her hand.
Okay. All right. So roll quick. And you got a 2. I got a 1. Okay, so I have 2 fate points in this scene. So I'm going to use her ancestral love of Slowbach to bump me up to a 3.
I'm going to use slay the meaty ones because I know where to shoot her to make it most painful.
This is explicitly preventing a slaying. She wants to die. You're stopping her from killing herself.
So be it. I will use just a gigolo because I know all the various drugs out there, and she's gonna kill herself. That's a death drug right there. Not having it.
God, I just imagine this like awful scene of Basil watching someone like weeping, like after they've done the thing, and they're just like, I don't want to live anymore.
Yep, Basil knows.
Basil just sitting on a hotel bed next to a cyanotic corpse, like, well, very good.
Someone should clean that up.
Awful.
Well,
okay.
All right, no spoils.
Right.
It wouldn't be awful.
That's fine. So I'll use my other point, and I'll re-roll. So I get a +2 to whatever I roll here, and we'll see how we do. So you're at 4.
Yes.
And I'm at whatever I roll +2.
Whoa!
Oh, jeez. All right. So I'm at 7 now.
This chick's fucking dead, dude.
Yeah.
She's super dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't.
shit.
Even if I re-roll, can I re-roll with a +2?
Yeah, that's what I did. Yep. Yeah, if you have another fate point you want to spend.
I just want to see what happens. F it. Yeah, hell yeah, I want to
Okay, so
re-roll.
what aspect are you going to use on this one?
I'm gonna use if only I could kill you and everyone you know. She doesn't get to kill herself. I get to kill her.
Nice. That's good. Good use of that one. Yeah, her 2 aspects were eternal love of Slowbach, and then I just gave her one for today just called Die Hard.
I love it.
All right.
Oh,
Oh,
never mind,
no!
she's dead.
All right.
God bless.
Yeah. The
God.
gun. She like jams something in her mouth. You shoot her in the hand, and then she looks at you, and she like coughs, and like some of her blood, her red blood, drips out of her mouth, and she says, "I'll see you in hell, sex bot," and then like falls over on the ground. She takes her Slowbach secrets with her to the grave.
Basil
She
walks up to her.
lived slow. And she died fast.
Basil walks up to her, looks down, and then looks at Luna and is like, I never liked cards anyway, and turns around and just walks back to the main area.
Right, and so the robots go with you,
Yeah.
leaving Luna. I don't know. Do you follow or do you just like stand there?
No, I'm gonna study her. You know what? I'm gonna, or I'm gonna search her. I'm gonna do something because this bitch gave me so much hell, and I'm so mad right now. Okay, I'm gonna do something.
That's a good reason as any. This bitch gave me so much hell. I'm gonna rip her apart.
I am.
I'm gonna
you know what?
dissect her.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you need some fucking help here. You're a terrifying individual. Okay. To what end are you going to dissect this Slowbach player?
Well, I mean, not only does she's already bleeding, I can take a blood sample from her and study her blood. But I also, let's see, what do I want from her? What do
Right. Aside from the mutilation.
You know what? I want to take a sample from her mouth because I want to know what she just ingested, and I want to study how it affected her.
Okay.
So, and I want to be able to replicate it maybe in the future.
Okay.
Oh.
Sure.
I want to be able to murder.
If you really like me, you bring me her heart. But that's just
Oh, is that what you that you know what? And then I just as I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, why was I even here? All right, Basil wanted her heart. I also tried
That's a
to,
nice gift. It'll keep me from killing you.
so please don't kill me.
All right. So
I'm gonna rip
let's
her heart out.
let's have you roll. Let's have you roll your. How do you do this? Carefully, like.
Well,
you
I-
usually use clever for your.
Well,
Oh no, examining a cadaver you usually use carefully. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to carefully so that way. I mean, if I mess up the heart, we're done. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna carefully cut out her heart, and I gain a +2 when using my stunt.
Sure. Yep.
So
Yeah. So roll careful +2.
I get a 2. Yeah.
You- Okay. All right. So I will tell you this. You're able to like remove her heart. But when you start to dissect her, you find that she actually has a complex system of like cybernetic implants.
Whoa.
There's something attached to her like temporal lobe and then into her nervous system that affects the way that she perceives and experiences time. There is something
What a cheater!
something about
What?
yeah. She's cheating or she's like the fucking Slowbach chosen one. But yeah, there's something you've never dissected another Slowbach player. Maybe they all have this, but yeah, she has this internal subsystem that interfaces with the Slowbach field that changes how she perceives time.
That's
Yeah.
that's my reaction. Cool. I have like this like I didn't do a very good job with the heart because I miss like I thought it was gonna be in a certain area and I was like just like an inch off and so I cut the wrong area. But no, can I take this implant too, or part of the implant? Like
Yeah, I mean you can surgically remove it.
okay, I want to take the implant too if I can and bring it back to Basil.
You gotta remember that Captain Kirk lesson. Not everybody keeps their genitals in the same place, Luna.
I thought I knew. I've done research on a lot of species, but this one, I mean, she's already adjusted so much with implants.
Yeah, that's true. The time field has had some dire effects on her mind. But yeah, okay. So I think we see your face, and you're staring at the body, and maybe we see like wipe some blood on your face, but you're staring intently at it. And then we crossfade to your face, but without the blood, in a totally different look. And we see Artemis and Hamish as the doors open. And what do they see? What does Artemis and Hamish see, Rex? Are you standing there waiting?
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's like it's almost like a silhouette from the light, and then
Right, the door opens, and there's like steam or mist or whatever, and the light from behind, and you see Rex, and then you realize he's naked.
Yeah, it starts as a silhouette, and then like he takes one step into the light.
Yeah, and Hamish just goes like, "Oh, hey, that is a big shark."
Oh my gosh!
Rex
why
is
are you
confused, and he
naked?
goes, "Where's Artemis?"
I'm Artemis. Would you put on some clothes, please?
Oh, it's weird because you look like that.
Yeah.
Come on then. Rex just turns around and enters the ship again.
And Hamish says to you, Artemis, he's like, "Well, hold on there, lass. Something feels wrong about this situation." And you can see his little nose twitching, his whiskers going, and he's like, "I don't know. This doesn't seem safe to me. You don't have to go with this man if you don't want to."
I think like I turn to him and I put the gun that he gave me like back into his little paws, and when he looks down, he can see that my hand has already turned back to gold.
Right, and it's starting to, like, your fingers are shrinking, and like you're going back to fitting your clothes.
Yeah. And
He takes the gun, but he doesn't really he just kind of unthinkingly like jams it into his mouth. And he just watches you. We see in the reflection of his big glassy eyes, we see you shifting into back into your true form.
Maybe the gold is like starting to crawl up like around the sides of her face too. And she says, "Thank you so much for giving me a chance to do some good stuff."
And
it's really fun.
He's dropped to one little furry knee and is like got his arm across his chest in salute. And he looks up at you, and there's tears in his little bulbous hamster eyes. And he says, he's like, I couldn't have known. And he just like kind of stares at you, nose twitching.
I like back up a little bit and then give a little wave and then just run on the ship.
Yeah, and he just puts his hand up. He's like, "Right, bye then." And the door like shuts. And I think we see through the porthole, like he scrambles over, like puts his little twitchy nose up to the glass. We can see the glass fogging from his breath as you get on the ship. And now you see Rex, you see Artemis changing back.
God, when is my voice gonna go back to normal? God, it's like the worst part. To like flop down.
Yeah, and it's
on the
happening from the
chair.
outside in.
Yeah, it like hasn't quite hit the vocal cords yet. Why are
I'm not
you
gonna.
naked? What happened to you?
Whoa! I feel like your situation is a little bit stranger, but I think it's more important that we find our crew. So if you're not
Fine.
Luna, where's Luna?
Well, she's on the part that was the casino part.
Right.
You know, the upstairs.
I'm assuming Basil was.
For this sequence, I can't imagine that Nebula Jazz as like a TV show has the budget to do the lip syncing like exactly right. So like Luna's actress is dubbing all of this stuff as Artemis's actress is saying the words. So it doesn't quite match up exactly.
With all the like stuttering and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
They're sorry, God, is there something to drink?
Oh, just shut up. We're gonna go save the crew.
Okay,
And then
fine.
Rex
God.
presses a button
I didn't
on,
miss you, you know.
Windows Media Player, and Michael Jackson drops, and he like puts the ship into full throttle, and they rocket towards the floating casino abomination.
Okay, so the ship turns and starts following the debris trail, but we stay with the station a moment. So we've turned to see the station as it's collapsing, and we see Hamish's little face pressed up against the glass, and we see a giant sort of semi-transparent plastic ball like roll up beside him with another one of these little engineers in it, and then he opens it, and a little side panel opens up on the ball.
God damn it!
From inside, you hear, Hamish, Hamish. And Hamish turns his little face to the ball. And we see another, like a darker furred hamster with his hands up. And he's like, get in the bowl, Hamish. It's time to go. And Hamish just looks, and a single tear slides down his furry cheek. And he's like, I stared into the face of God today, McCullough. And McCullough's like, get in the fucking ball. And Hamish like scrambles up into the ball, and the ball closes. And the two of them just like run in the little ball, and it like rolls away down the hallway. So meanwhile, on your ship, on the casino ship turned abattoir, what is the scene in your throne room, Basil? Like you have your crowd of robot goons, and then you have your how many hostages are still alive? Have you let the robot mercenaries like kill any of them? Like how Vlad the Impaler is this scene? Like you said it for me. Are they like people stuck on spikes, or are they still just kind of cowering and afraid? What do we think?
Can we talk about how this is the exact same scene from Balance of Power with Cheezel? Like, quite literally.
Joke.
Listen, if Marvel's allowed to rip us off, we're allowed to rip ourselves off, okay?
I don't imagine it's what you think.
Basil's drinking from a human skull.
I think it's the exact opposite.
Nice. Okay.
When you go back to the room, all the droids are like standing over all of the different species as they're playing. If you were to see like the big picture, it looks like everyone's having a great time playing games.
Okay.
But really, it's just droids standing menacing over people, like forcing them to play and have fun.
Right. So there's some people playing like beer pong, and they're like laughing, and then we see with the ball roll onto the ground, like they shoot it and it falls, and the humans or the humanoids like look at each other like, oh god, and they turn and look, and the robots are just like, play that game, and like one of them picks up the ping pong ball and jams it in the other one's hand.
Yeah.
Start playing again. Okay, cool. Luna, I guess you enter stage left.
So I walk in. I got a little bit of blood on me maybe, and I'm holding a heart and something else. I don't look crazy, but I'm examining it very carefully, the heart and then also the implant, and I'm like going back and forth because even the heart has some wiring wrapped around it that's very confusing for me because I'm just like, what? Why would they do this? What? And I haven't fully like unlocked what the implant is yet. I still have to study it. So as I walk up to Basil, I'm like, well, here's this. You said you needed this, right?
Here's some meat.
Yeah, and I just
Basil looks at the heart and then looks at you and is like, boy, that would have been useful hours ago.
My timing is off, but I tried. And I just look at the implant. And I'm like, do you know what this is?
Basil looks it up and down. And what did you call it again? Did it have a specific name?
No, I don't think so. Some kind of temporal. Yeah, it was like a temporal modification implant, something that changes the way that she perceived or interacted with time.
Oh, yeah. Basil's like, an X4 class temporal modification. I used to have one of those. And like sighs and then like walks away. Very sad.
Yeah.
Robot sad.
Totally robot sad.
And I just like, I'm a little shocked because I just saw him be sad. So I'm just like, oh, okay then. And he leaves the heart behind. So I pick it up and I like go find a bag to put it in for myself and put some ice on it.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So you just go back to the bar and just put it in a bag with some ice. Okay. All right. So, meanwhile, in the shuttle, Artemis and Rex, you are approaching the casino ship, which is now more or less fully operational. It's ready to make a jump to another system if you need to. And behind you, you can see the last of the escape pods kind of fleeing from the destructed station. Do you want to do anything before you approach, or do you just approach? Do you call first? What's the situation here, Rex?
I think there's just an awkward silence in the cockpit. He's just flying there. Yeah.
Artemis has actually started to fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. So your eyes are kind of drifting and sitting up.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. No, just heading there. There's music playing in the ship. That's it. I was falling asleep.
Okay. All right.
Rex is pumped up, but he doesn't know why.
So as you're approaching, then Basil, you get an alert from the ship saying that there's a vessel approaching.
Basil pops up the comm system. It's like, "Hello, vessel."
Oh God. Should I? Are you gonna? Oh, thank God. Oh.
This is all over the intercom, by the way. Basil. This is what you hear.
Basil still is not sure what he's hearing. He's only heard someone go, "Oh God! Oh God!"
The shuttle.
He's
so this is the information
confused
about the shuttle. It's a pleasure vessel. It's a yacht. It's called the I don't know, the CSS Copperfield. And it's
a magician.
The David Copperfield.
Yeah.
It's a magician's pleasure yacht. Yeah.
Magician pleasure. Thanks. Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Hello.
Basil, is Luna with you?
Luna is here, sir. Oh, so nice to hear from you. I've got you a ship, many ships.
What kind of ships?
Well, one is a speedster, sir. The other is a battleship, a real battleship. Also, a casino.
All right, well, fuck the casino. We don't want that one. Get the battleship ready. That sounds nice.
Well, so hold on. Yeah, I was
the battleship is on the other part of the station, sir.
Oh, for fuck.
Oh, you totally killed those people, didn't you? God.
So when you say that, when you're the battleship's on the other part of the station, sir, there's a bright flash in the cockpit, and you turn, and all you see is just the disintegrating sparkles of the station as it finishes destroying itself.
Oops, there it goes, right there.
Rex pauses. He's like, right. Well, I'm picking you up, so get Luna ready, and I'll be there in a sec.
Basil turns off the comm system and turns to everyone in the crowd, and as they're screaming in terror, looking at the explosion of the other part of the station
against the glass, oh no, the station, my family, whatever.
And Basil looks at all of them and is like, curious. The safest place to be was with me the whole time. And he flicks a switch and all the robots shut down. He's like, have a wonderful day, and just proceeds to walk out and doesn't even look at Luna and just goes.
Well, I mean, I'm obviously paying attention, and I'm just gonna be whatever, and I just follow him. So, I'm not gonna let you walk out alone. If you say have a good day, I know what you're doing.
I'm leaving, is what I'm doing.
Where do you think you're going?
To go meet Rex. He's here with a ship.
Well,
I got 3.
Useless, I swear. And I walk after him.
You're welcome for saving you.
I think Rex is saving us.
Debatable.
All right, so you're headed for where? Where are you going to meet up?
I would imagine one of the docking clamps.
I don't think there are any in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That's the thing is you're outside the ship. There's the,
Oh, okay.
the casino, and then there's the shuttle. But I don't think that the ship, like the casino, is not really meant to be docked with or undocked. Like they built the station around it, but you don't really know the original. You don't know the original.
Basil walks into a hallway, and pulls a switch down that like clamps the door shut. Luna, are you with me or not?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Cool. I punch a hole in one of the windows.
Okay, so
and I go to like go outside and look for
the window, and suddenly now, Luna, all the atmosphere just starts going venting out of the ship.
Basil like waves to you. He's like, "Bye," as it gets sucked out, like really, and like.
All right, so more glass just shatters out into space. Luna, you are staring into the void here. You're gonna get. It's going to go very badly for you very quickly. What are you gonna do?
All I have is a gas mask.
Yeah. Yep, that's true.
Is there any way I can get back in? Wow, you're an asshole. By the way.
Yeah. I mean, there's the door. You could try to open it.
I'm gonna try and open the door to get back in.
Okay. All right.
If you open the door, it'll depressurize the whole station. All those people will die, though.
Good. Okay. Better than me. Maybe I could find a helmet.
So you want to try
You're
to?
Such a killer. You're so violent. All these violent tendencies.
Of all the people to say that, you're.
I didn't kill anyone. I haven't killed anyone today.
I like how you've set it up though. So her only way of survival is to kill everyone else.
Wow. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and get in the door and find a mask, which should be right inside. I bet they have suits and masks right inside because that's the door that lock all the stuff, the technical stuff.
There's explicitly no airlock, so this is just a random hallway. And there's it's venting its atmosphere out into space. And your plan is to try to how do you get this door open? Right, so it's shut and
I press the button.
Okay, it definitely doesn't open. There's been explosive decompression. So
I press it harder. I try to hack it. I mean, I don't have any other choice. I gotta try and hack it. Open.
Try to hack it. What do you mean by that?
Maybe there's like an override command for the door.
So you type override into the
no,
door?
like there's gotta be some sort of password or something, an override for it. So.
Which you would know is why?
Oh no, I had a security key on me.
You had a security key that led into the
override it.
There's a chance. Sure. Let's have you roll clever. We'll say difficulty 4. Clever.
Yay!
Yay! There you go. Okay. So you're like fumbling, like trying not to breathe, like, pull your card and like whoop, swipe it, and it beeps a couple of times. The door opens, and then you get knocked in your butt by all the atmosphere that goes rushing out of the next room.
Can I close it?
You can try to you're being forcibly sucked out of the ship, so you get knocked down, and you can try to crawl into the other room. Basil, you are floating peacefully through space.
Oh, I've never been happier. It's silent. I don't have to listen to anyone.
We cut to Basil, throw in a little Swan Lake or whatever, Blue Danube, right? We get that very slow pan up through space, that we see Basil turning slowly in space, just gracefully moving bits of glass floating around him in a cloud. Yeah, it's beautiful, really. Meanwhile, being sucked out into space, Luna, you can try to get into the rest of the ship, but now you'll have to crawl into this other room and then shut the door. So, or whatever. How do you get into the room? You're being sucked out by all the depressurization.
I crawl.
Yeah, just like
I don't have. It's not like I have a lot on me. I don't have a hiker's thing, mountain climbers kit. So, I let's see. Well, I mean, we're in a hallway, and you did not leave me in a very good spot, sir.
No, he definitely didn't.
You left me in a pretty terrible spot right now, and I'm not a very strong person. So even if I
close the door, if you just get in it, you can close the door.
That's what I'm trying to do. Is
You
I'm
also
right
have
up the door.
you also have +2 to his.
You have a +2 no matter what. You're used to this.
Yes, trying to escape situations that Basil created. There is a stunt that you get a +2.
I'm less evil and more quirky. Think of it that way.
Well, basically,
I'm like the Zoe Deschanel of evil robots.
Well, basically, obviously, I didn't know if the security card was gonna work, but as it works, and I hear or see the light go green, and it blinks, or it makes that like beeping sound. I'm like, oh shit! And I quickly try to get on the other side, so when the suction starts, I'm like pressed against the wall instead of like sucked out.
Mhm.
Like a suction into like the wall right next to it.
Yeah, so like right now the corridor, right? It's like a curved surface, and there's like shit blowing out this way, and then there's doors on either side, right? And then this one is open, and the airflow is from the pressurized area into space, so it's going this way, right? So you're getting pulled out, kind of like that.
Well, I'm saying like I'm around the corner, like gripping onto something. Like I don't know how to ping, so.
Left click and hold.
Like right there. Whoa, that's cool. Anyway.
Okay.
So like I'm like right here holding on to something on the wall and or trying to lock something. There. Then I'm gonna have to like make it this way pretty much.
Crawling towards the thing. Okay, yeah. So it's forceful. It's about forceful. Yeah. So you get a plus 2.
To my shittiest one.
To your it is. Let me give you a difficulty. I'm gonna say 4 probably.
Yeah, I got a 3.
Okay, you got a 3. So do you want to spend? You still have 1 free shot on Another Way Out, right? Which is perfect for this.
Oh, actually, yeah, I want to spend my Another Way Out. I forgot I even had that. So Another Way Out.
Cool. All right. So you your other way out is not through the window. So you're like crawling along, your fingers tearing at the walls. You grab a panel and you get Nathan Drake to where you like yanks free and like looks like you're gonna go flying. You manage to grab a pipe, pull yourself back, and and then you get through onto the other side and you hammer the button and it closes, and then you drop to the floor as the artificial gravity grabs you again. Cool. Okay, so meanwhile on the shuttle, I think the two of you see in the cockpit, you can see like glass break and fly out, and then Basil spiraling out into space.
Well, there's Basil.
You should
Would you put on some clothes? I like take off one of my millions of scarves and like throw it on his junk.
Rex
like this seat's got this really nice like suede cover on it, and it's breathable. It's nice.
Rex just kind of looks down and just like without acknowledging it, he's like, you should grab him.
How? Okay. Gah. Get up and go to the back.
Okay. All right. So yeah, the ship is pretty rudimentary. It's a like a little pleasure boat. It's not meant for. It doesn't even have like a space capable drive. Like you can fly around in between planets or between a moon and a planet, but you can't leave and jump to another system with this ship. It's got like very rudimentary stuff, basically like a car emergency kit. So I think you find this box labeled like emergency supplies, and you open it, and it's got like road flares and like a blanket, some Band-Aids, like an energy bar, bottle of water.
How far away is Basil from us?
I don't know, like 100 kilometers. Space distance, medium.
Okay. I like look at all of the stuff that we have in the back, and I go back to the front and I'm like, he's a robot, just like run into him or something. And I flop back down.
Rex is like, all right. Just slowly moves the ship into collision range with Basil.
Okay. All right.
Look, it's what he would do to me, okay? And I'm not a robot, so he can deal with it. We don't have the stuff to be able to just, like, let him in, you know? Like, that's not what this is made for, you know?
Wait. All right.
Let's have you roll careful. To see if you can gently maneuver the ship such that he bonks into it, and neither the ship nor Basil is damaged in the affecting move.
Okay.
Let's say difficulty.
I already rolled a 0, so.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, I was gonna say difficulty 3, but yeah. I mean, if anybody else wants to help, or if you want to spend a point, you don't have any fate points. I guess the question here would be, how are you piloting the ship? Do you care more about your shuttle or about Basil?
Basil.
Okay, all right.
The show. Well, I just thought about it. That's the one.
Yeah. Wait. No, I don't. Okay. So you're flying to protect the shuttle.
I don't want to I'm not just like high speed maneuvering into Basil.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Is like you've got to thread the needle here so the Basil like gently like thunk, and you catch him, right? You gotta like cushion him with the shuttle. But I think he's coming in faster than you thought. And I think that
Can I help?
You had a chance to help, and you said no and came back to the cockpit, and now you're making me drive
I went into the back and I looked at everything that was there, okay? And nothing would have helped.
You're piloting Rex, and we have this moment of you looking at the controls, and you're like, got it. And you're like, uh-oh. And he's coming in fast, and there's like a proximity alarm. There's like, boop, 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 boop. And then he glances off the top of the shuttle as you turn it sideways so he doesn't break the window. And he bounces off the shuttle and goes like spinning out into space. And I think Basil, like you hit it hard. Do you want to try to like grab the ship when you crash into it?
Sure, why not?
Okay, yeah. So the idea here is you're going to deflect off of it and like fly out into space. They can chase you or whatever, but let's have you make a force roll to see if you can grip onto the ship. I'll say difficulty is you hit it. You're pretty like decent robot hands. Let's call it difficulty 2.
Okay. What would I be rolling?
Forceful for sure, just to grab onto the ship.
No.
Okay. All right. So with a -2, I think you grab something as you get peeled away, and on the console, the little Windows operating system indicates that one of your fuel lines has been torn, and we see the outside of the ship, and Basil's holding on by a fuel line that is just spraying fuel out into space, and he's getting blown around like it's like a flailing snake, and there's just fuel going like jettisoning out into space. So, yeah.
Where's Luna?
Right. So Luna,
Hi.
you're back on the ship. You're on the casino ship.
Oh my god.
And yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm walking back into where the comms are.
Yeah, there's comms panels on the walls. But you can go back up to the helm if you want.
Oh, I'm going back up, and all the hostages get to see me return, and I just look like I am furious, and my hair's a mess, and I'm just
Hey,
like,
you don't have a weapon, do you?
I do.
Your pistol got shot out of your hand.
Yeah, you don't have a weapon.
No, but I do have I did make that thing. If you let me roll, you never let me roll for it, but I did try to make something while they were distracted and talking, shooting the shit. Ed and Cherry. Ed.
No, that's cool. I just want you to know that you don't have a weapon and you're going back in a room with people you just held hostage for, I'm gonna assume, hours. So like, live your dream, baby girl. Live your dream.
I'm getting blamed for your shit.
Because it's Basil.
And you held them hostage. I made a cocktail.
So it's reasonable to think that you have. I'll say you have one like use of the like knockout thing that you were gonna use. Originally the sleeping gas bomb or whatever. You have a use of it hidden away somewhere. So yeah, you walk in, you look like a total mess. You've got like blood vessels all popped in your eyes, your hair's all messy, your clothes are all blown around from getting almost sucked out of the ship. And yeah, they all turn to look at you, and many of them have armed themselves with the robot weapons, like the pitchforks and stuff.
Awesome.
So they all kind of turn to look, all these aliens. What do you say when you come in?
So I got rid of the robot. I shot him out of the side of the building. I mean, you can go check if you want, but be careful. If you open that door, you're gonna get sucked out too.
And one of the aliens in the back is like, "Don't listen to her. She's a collaborator with the aliens." And then somebody else is like, "I saw her talking to that robot earlier." And there's like hubbub in the crowd, like everybody's whispering, like,
I was talking with him once.
And yeah, and they don't seem to be buying it yet. But do you want to try to change their mind? Like, I can help you. I killed Basil.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, like, I can help you. I killed Basil, and I killed the lady with the gun that threatened to shoot us.
The world famous cherry poutine.
Right. Like, remember,
Intergalactic sensation.
The person they came to
they came
see.
here to see. Yeah, remember that's the thing. You may not want to use that part because
Okay.
they're all fans.
They're fans of her.
Yeah, well,
She's
because that's
like
that's the whole
that.
reason they're here, right?
I
To
think
watch her.
they
Make...
killed cherry
You have her
poutine.
heart
She
on
had-
your person right now.
But
you
they
did
don't know
walk
that
in with her
in the
severed
bag.
heart and dump it on a
There's
table.
literally like an alien, and he's got like cherry poutine written on his collarbone, tattooed.
Yes.
I look at that and I go, and I get rid of him. That's the point.
Yes, I killed that robot and no one else. Okay. So roll. Let's have you roll. I think you're trying to be sneaky
Yeah.
in this case.
Maybe.
Let's say difficulty 3, sneaky. Okay. Right.
The ends
So-
justify the means. I'm gonna keep using that. Or good. That I don't know. No. Good news. Everyone is perfect here. I walk in. Good news. I got rid of
Killed
him.
the robot.
I killed the
Exactly.
robot. Good news, everyone.
Right. So they're like, one of them is like, she's a collaborator, and the other one's like, yeah, she's the worst, and they're like missing. And then you say that, you're like, I got rid of the robot, and then one of them's like, maybe
No.
people can change, and then it's like, hooray, she's come back to us, and everyone's cheering, like, yay, you did it, and you come back, and they're like, hooray, and someone whispers to you like, what's your name?
Oh, my name's Artemis.
Cool, all right, and so they lift you up on their shoulders,
Comes
and they're
back
like,
around.
hooray for Artemis, the robot killer. And they're just like, yay. And someone pushes over robot. And they're like, haha, robot. And they carry you over to the throne, because these are a bunch of goons that need leadership. They carry you over to the throne and like drop you into Basil's former seat. And then the little hologram like controls of the ship appear. And you can't make sense of them. They're all weird and alien in a way that you don't understand. But given some time, you might be able to figure them out.
Okay, I'm gonna figure this out, and I'm gonna take over the ship now because I'm the
Right.
hero.
We see you kind of go like, and then start to try to figure out the ship's controls.
Yeah.
Right. Adam, exploring the ship, are there any like magical devices from this?
so-
Because it's obviously a magician ship.
So let's be really clear
Oh,
for
I
folks
forgot
who
about that.
are maybe tuning in for the first time. When Sam is asking for magical stuff on this magician ship, we don't mean like a D&D magician. We mean like he probably has. This is the ship of like a gobluth. So yeah, there's probably like a saw the lady in half box in storage. There's several magic wands. There is a handkerchief that just keeps coming forever if you pull it out of your
That's
sleeve.
what I want.
Okay, perfect.
I
yes.
grabbed the handkerchief.
So it's actually a jacket with the handkerchief like built into it.
Okay.
And it has in one pocket, it has a matter disassembler. So you put in like stuff like garbage or whatever. And then it has on the other side, it has a thing that just creates handkerchiefs. So you
Okay.
could just yank them out as long as you keep feeding other things into the
Right.
other side.
This is great. Rex, he grabs one of the little mask breathers from an emergency compartment on the wall of the ship, and he pops it on his head, and he puts the jacket on. He's like, oh, fucking hope this works.
Right on the side of the breather. I don't think Rex sees this, but right on the side of it says not for deep space use, like just in big
Yeah.
yellow letters.
And then Rex
Over
is
your
like, he yells, keep the ship steady, and goes and he hits the back of the ship, and it swings open, and he starts consuming all of the magician junk that's tied
Right,
down.
so you just start feeding random shit into the pocket,
Yeah.
and so like there's like a deck of cards. You jam that in there. The saw, you shove it in. We see you grab a rabbit and jam it in there. Some
And with his
fur.
other hand, he's like just throwing the handkerchief out into space. This
Okay.
ever-increasing length of handkerchief.
So we cut to the outside of the ship, and we see it that way, and it's this trail of colorful streamers just like going out. Also, yes, Chad has pointed out you are now nude except for a magician's jacket
Yes, that's
And a
correct.
helmet.
Yeah.
and the face mask. Yeah,
With the wind of the wind of space, just
of course, the space wind.
Yeah.
blowing through your nether
blowing.
rings.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, it's drifting out there, but yeah, and Basil is holding onto the fuel thing. All right, so Basil, you see this long scarf start to emerge from the back of the ship as the ship drifts through space. What are you gonna do?
Basil, please, I'm
I'm
trying
muted.
to save you.
Basil looks at it, and doesn't quite understand what it is,
Right. Yeah.
and just continues to hold on to the fuel line because that scarf makes no sense.
So from where you're standing, Rex, you like maybe he can't reach it or something. Like it's gonna take a more active hand than just drifting out the line.
Okay, Rex yells, "Grab the fucking line!"
Basil can't hear him because there's no sound in space.
He's wearing a helmet, so I am projecting sound. Thank you.
Basil can't hear
You're
what
also
your
a
helmet
robot.
communication
You
device
don't have
is.
human ears, so you can hear it. It's electronic frequency.
That's no,
okay?
I can't hear it.
Yes.
I hear.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it.
I hear
So the
Rex
two of
just
them,
like
the two of them are literally talking over each other, where he's like, "Grab the thing," and then Basil's like, "I can't hear you. If you're talking to me, I can't hear you." And he's like, "You can hear me. I'm talking. I'm making sound. I can't. I'm sorry. It's
I
space.
can't hear you.
Sounds."
No.
Yeah.
I hop on the comms because I know full well that Basil has it built in to be able to like sync up with Rex's ship and just go grab the stupid thing outside.
Basil's like, "Hello, Artemis," and grabs the thing and like claws his way up.
So we see slowly pulling into frame a fuel-covered, still semi-bloody, filthy-looking Mel Gibson from 1985 as he's being wheeled in by a naked, except for a magician's slightly too small magician's coat with tails, wearing a face mask and nothing else, drifting out scarves to you. And so you see Rex pulling you into the back of this ship. And then the doors.
There's like super heroic music playing as well, by the way. Just
right, of course. Yeah, and so the doors shut behind you. Gravity kicks in. Basil, you fall to the floor, dripping fuel. And you look up, and you see Rex.
You look terrible.
so do you. Acknowledging the fact they hit you with the ship.
Right. Yeah, I think your face is like caved in on one. Like, you look terrible. And we look at you, and your whole like skull is like crushed in on one side. You'll be able to repair it, but like, yeah,
Basil's
it's
like,
horrific.
never felt better.
Likewise. Rex extends his hand down.
Basil like puts his hand on Rex's hand, and then like they both slip and fall because they're covered in fuel, and now Rex is covered in oil, and he's naked, and he's on the ground, and like, oh yeah, he's
So maybe that's
maybe
that's the scene we close on, right? So we see Luna.
That's
like,
director's cut.
Yeah, we see Luna staring into the plans. Artemis in the cockpit, actually like trying to figure out how to get the ship to stop spinning. And then you reach down to help Basil, and Basil just grabs you, and the two of you fall down on the ground with like a crash.
Wait, you're actually going with this?
I like it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The two of you can get up and leave when we
Rex,
start the episode.
As they fall down, Rex leans in. You should be more careful.
and Basil with his caved in face can get extra close. And he's like, you should be more careful. And then they friend each other because they're best friends.
Yeah, best friends. It's a complicated friendship.
Yeah.
Rex gets up and he's like, right, where's Luna?
But it says 15 minutes later. Then he gets up and says, right, where's Luna?
Yeah. All right, fanboys. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing, right? Is the end scene is the two of you in the cargo hold being like, all right, we got to get out of here. Artemis has the ship more or less under control, even though you're running out of fuel. And then Luna, when we start the next episode, we'll make a roll and we'll see if you can figure out how to pilot this casino ship and figure out what to do with all the people on it.
Okay.
And that.
Jettison.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a high chance they might get shunted into space, and that'll do us for Nebula Jazz for the evening. Thanks for coming, everybody. This has been season 2, episode number 4, parts 1 through 4 of Nebula Jazz, a show where I never have any fucking clue what's going to happen, and by the time I get to the end of the episode, I'm like, what just happened to me? It's like a terrifying blackout. But thanks for coming, everybody. Let's do some shout outs. Luna, would you like to begin?
Which one?
Oh, fun.
True ending, Luna.
Truna.
Oh, hi. My name is Pokket, and I play video games and mad scientists and evil characters sometimes. And I had a lot of fun today, even though I failed nearly every roll. It was great. I've been playing World of Warcraft because, I don't know, they own my soul and having a lot of fun. So check me out on twitch.tv/Pokket, Pokket, and on Twitter at Pokket. That's it.
Awesome. Thanks, Pocket. Basil, everybody's favorite and or least favorite robot.
Hey everyone, boy do I enjoy causing so much trouble for all of my crew members. It is a constant source of fun. All the information's on the screen. Watch and do whatever it is you do. I can't wait. I can't wait for next time. I can't wait to come up with some more weird stuff to do. It's gonna be great.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you. Ulrex, naked an entire episode.
Hell yeah.
That's a record.
I think it might be the first time that our roleplay character has spent the entire episode with no clothes on. Good work.
Thank you.
Nice sit in. You get an achievement.
I did wear a jacket at one point, but that was...
Yeah, it's okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Strippin. I play games on twitch.tv/Strippin from noon PST. Although tomorrow is Comrades, Final Fantasy 15. So I'm going to be going from 9 a.m. So if you want to check out Comrades, feel free to come on over. Thank you once again, Adam. I think all we have to do is save Luna, and we're finally on track for that map that we found 3 episodes ago that we were going to go seek out.
You're the one who wanted to go here.
Yeah, somebody wanted a casino episode.
I made a mistake.
So...
I made a mistake. All right, we will get one.
Fantastic.
Everybody gets one.
And last but not least, Artemis. Innocent Artemis.
Hello, everybody. Hi, I'm Dodger. I play Artemis. And you can find me at Dex Bonus on pretty much everything, including Twitch. I stream most days. I also own a coffee company called Dodger Coffee Co. And you can find it at dodgercoffeeco.com. We do cold brew and beans. And I think that's it. Hey, if you guys like doing fan art, you should post fan art because we all love seeing fan art.
Yes.
Just throwing that out there. Sometimes we don't always say that. And
I wish you hadn't have said that given the episode we just had.
No, more Naked Rex fan art.
Yeah.
Just chuck it at us. It's very fun to see how you imagine our characters, I think.
Naked Rex in space.
Gives you an excuse to look up pictures of ripped old men on the internet. So there you go, reference material. Get on it.
True.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming, everybody. I am the spacemaster of this catastrophe. My name is Adam Koebel. You can find me at twitch.tv/Adam Koebel or on Twitter at Skinny Ghost, or right here if you want to tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Pacific, running Court of Swords, which is on the beginning of a brand new arc. It's a D&D show that is on its 51st episode. But if you've never watched it, now is a great time to get in. We got Ezekiel III as our guest, and it also features me, JP, Dan's Gaming, and my friend Gassy Mexican. So I hope you'll check that out. And this weekend is PAX Unplugged. So if you're going to PAX Unplugged, definitely come and see us Friday, 5 p.m. local in the main theater. We have RollPlay, Meet the Cast. So there'll be some RollPlay folks there. We're going to do a little Q&A and hanging out and talking about role-playing on the internet. I'm not sure if it's going to be streamed yet because I know that's always a question, but it's the main theater at PAX, so I'm guessing probably. Keep an eye out. We'll tweet about that stuff. And then we'll be back the next week with more stuff. So we will see you then. We're going to go and record our Patreon post show. But we'll see you later, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye.
Have a good time in space.